Greetings, explorers, and welcome back to Scholastic Revolutionary Mission, where we dive deep into the untold stories of African American history. Today, in honor of Black History Month, we spotlight a pivotal yet under-recognized figure, July Perry, whose legacy embodies the struggle and resilience of African Americans during the early 20th century. Let's journey back to a time when the fight for equality faced formidable challenges, yet heroes like Perry stood firm. July Perry was not just a man of his time, but a beacon of hope for the African American community in Ocoee, Florida. Born in the 1860s, Perry rose through adversity to become a prosperous landowner and a beacon of leadership. His success was a rare feat in the shadow of Jim Crow, showcasing his indomitable spirit and dedication to progress and equality. Perry's life took a pivotal turn during the 1920 presidential election. In an era where the right to vote was a battleground for African Americans, Perry championed voter registration and participation within his community. However, this act of empowerment provoked a violent backlash, leading to one of the most tragic episodes of racial violence in post-Civil War America, the Ocoee Massacre. On November 2, 1920, Perry's advocacy for voting rights for African Americans in Ocoee were met with brutal opposition. What began as a day of hope quickly turned into one of the most tragic incidents of racial violence in the post-Civil War United States. The Ocoee Massacre, as it came to be known, was not just an attack on individuals, but a stark message against African American prosperity, political power, and also underscored the perilous fight for basic human rights during that era. Among those eager to exercise their newfound rights was Perry's friend, Norman, who, when attempting to vote, was turned away in a dehumanizing display of racial injustice. The refusal to allow Norman and others to vote was just the beginning. A white mob, intent on finding Norman for his audacity to attempt voting, instead encountered July Perry. This confrontation escalated into a night of terror. In the chaos that ensued after the polls closed, the absence of legal and accurate documentation has obscured the full extent of the tragedy. Yet, it's estimated that within a day, at least 4 blacks and 2 white men lost their lives. But the violence didn't stop at personal attacks. It spread to the entire black community of Ocoee, which was targeted and burned to the ground by white individuals. This deliberate act of racial violence aimed to erase not just lives, but the very presence of black prosperity and resilience in Ocoee. The aftermath of the Ocoee Massacre was devastating. July Perry's lynching marked a dark moment in history, serving as a grim reminder of the cost of seeking justice and equality. The African American population in Ocoee was nearly erased, and the memory of the massacre was buried in silence for decades. Yet, the story of July Perry and the Ocoee Massacre is a crucial part of our history, reminding us of the resilience in the face of injustice. Today, we remember July Perry not just for how he died, but for what he lived for: justice, equality, and the right to vote. His legacy is a call to action, urging us to continue the fight for civil rights and to honor those who have paved the way. Perry's legacy isn't just a reflection of the past, it's a beacon for the future, urging us to carry on the fight for the rights and ideals he so valiantly stood for. Thank you, explorers, for joining us on this journey through the poignant story of July Perry here at Scholastic Revolutionary Mission. Your engagement is crucial in shedding light on these pivotal moments in history. Please share your reflections in the comments and don't hesitate to like, share, and subscribe for more explorations into the rich tapestry of African American history. Until next time, keep exploring.